Hello, and today we're going to be looking at 3 properties. Now, they're not typical Sowerby's properties because all 3 of these need a bit of TLC, and I want you to use your imagination. Let's go and have a look. So here we are in Brancaster. We're just off Broad Lane and we're going to be looking at the Gables. It is an extraordinary house. It is 6,500 square foot and it sits in 1.5 acres of beautiful gardens. The Gables sits central to that 1.5 acres, and as you can see, the whole house is orientated to the south, so it is flooded with natural light. And of course there's tons of space. There's already a tennis court in place, but that could do with a bit of TLC as well. And if you wanted a swimming pool, then there's plenty of space for that, or a croquet lawn. The thing is, this house sits in splendid isolation and the location is just beautiful. Now, I've already mentioned the size of the house, but don't be daunted by that, because once you're inside, you'll realise that not only is it really flexible, but it's actually also really homely. The living space, as I've said, is really free-flowing. So from the drawing room, you're through into this lovely big kitchen, family room, and then French doors out into the garden room. When I talk about flexibility, what I mean is that this house can actually be segregated completely into 2 separate houses. On the eastern side, we have this with its own kitchen, its dining room, its own TV room and bedrooms above, and then the main house on the western side. The eastern side also has its own entrance hallway and doorway, so it really can be a totally separate property if you wish. On the family side of the house, you have 4 rather grand bedrooms all along this side, and then you have 3 bathrooms along this side. And then cross the landing, and on the servant side of the house, another 5 bedrooms over 2 more floors, also with 2 bathrooms. And then up here on the second floor, we've got these 2 rooms, which you can do with what you wish. So we're now at property number 2. We are in Burnham Overstayed. We are on the very private road, Glebe Lane. We're going to be looking at Wild Goose, centrally positioned in almost half an acre of garden. Wild Goose is a chalet bungalow with an unusual current arrangement, but it could be something really special. Once inside Wild Goose Cottage, everything centres around this hallway. There's lots of little rooms and big rooms, and actually it's quite bitty, but with a bit of imagination, actually it would all come together to flow far better. For instance, kitchen, dining room together, an obvious first choice. All the bedrooms, plus the bathroom and the utility room, are in this wing of the property. So actually, creating en suites shouldn't be too much of a challenge. At the back of the cottage you have this, a rather old conservatory, but actually it's the right place to put one. And also you could extend that way with a lovely oak framed addition here and create part of the kitchen through free flowing round to the living space. And then finally we have this room, which is what it's all about. That beautiful, beautiful view out over the sea. If you're buying a property in a coastal location, the one thing you really want to enjoy is that view. And this is really where I think Wild Goose could come into its own, by pushing out this room, or simply just a soft refurbishment in order to take maximum advantage of that lovely living space. And finally, we're at property number 3. We're at the cottage at Crowhall Farm, just a stone's throw outside the village of Burnham Market. And when I talk about scarce properties, this really is unusual because it hasn't been touched or lived in for years. We often mention the phrase fixer-upper, unmodernised, in need of cosmetic updating. Yep, I think they all come under this heading. It really is an absolute wreck. However, it could be beautiful because look where it is. The character of this little cottage is everywhere. The period features, the beams, the brickwork, the flintwork, but really what absolutely makes this property is its splendid isolation and those stunning views from the east all the way around the south to the west. It really is privacy and beauty on your doorstep. So quite an unusual film for us because today's properties have all been about potential. So if you'd like some more details or to come and view any of these properties, then please call the number on your screen now and we'll be delighted to show you around. See you soon, I hope.